Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings. Everton 2, Fulham 0. A nice afternoon at Hill Dickinson Stadium. One of the, probably the best full comprehensive win we've had at Hill Dickinson so far. A game we thoroughly deserved to win, and a game we did win without too many issues. Maybe the only issue again was we didn't score enough goals. Maybe we could have scored more goals, but it was give me like 10 of them a season, like the old days. 10 very straightforward games because we absolutely swamped the opposition, and I mean, we did score. Both goals were a little bit scruffy, but I'll take them again all day long. Let's get into it. Jordan Pickford made 4 saves in the game. A couple of really, really big saves in the second half. One of the saves at the XG, I think, was something like, goals prevented was 0.91. So he did make a couple of really big saves in the second half. A couple of really fantastic kicks as well for distribution. One for Njai and one for, or was it Barry? Sorry. And one for Grealish on the other side. It was Njai, wasn't it? Couple of really, really fantastic balls out as well. So yeah, all round. Even played one with knocked one down the line with an outside of the foot, which I actually thought it stayed in. Really good performance by Jordan Pickford, and it was nice for him to get a clean sheet as well. As I said, there was a couple of moments where he's made saves or where we've had blocks or whatever, but he's played well today. So Jordan, I would give a 7.4 for today's performance. James Garner obviously moved to right back, which is basically what a lot of us have been saying for a while, namely me. I'll just show you this heat map there. You can see his heat map there. Sorry, there you go. Not only, I mean, look at that heat map. Getting up and down that right-hand side really is getting into the opposition half there. You can see how much he's getting into the opposition half. Look at the red spots outside their box. That just tells the story. I thought he had a really, really good game and looked like he was enjoying himself because he could get into like really a lot further up the pitch. Defensively, won 2 out of 6 duels, but offensively, 73 touches, only 1 unsuccessful touch. Dribbles, 2. Had one of them that was successful. Passing was good, 85% passing as well. And he looked like he was really comfortable and looked like he was having a really, really enjoying himself. Couple of shots on target, well, 4 shots as well. 4 shots from our right back. Like, do you know what I mean? That's for me. I thought he was really good today. I thought he had a really good game, and I think he's really, really comfortable in that position. I think it suits him, and I think he should just stay there. I'm happy for him to stay there for the rest of the season or until we get a right back. And I think what it does show is the difference between having a player who's really comfortable playing right back, because I think that was the most important thing today, was how comfortable he was in possession and how many times he played those balls down the line to Barry. And how we could play the ball to him and he didn't just panic and boot it up the field, and now he just took a little bit of time. I think that makes a massive difference to the way we want to play. Keeping control of the ball, playing out from the back. And I think David Moyes, now that he's seen him, I'm sure he'll just leave him in there. I feel sorry for Jacob Brien because I don't actually think he deserves to be out the team, but at the same time, it's just one of those things. He'll have to work hard to get himself back into the team. Obviously came on late in the game. So James Garner, I would give a 7.6 for today. On the other side, Vitaly Mikhailenko, solid enough game. Although didn't win either of his ground duels, won 1 out of 2 aerial duels. Yeah, he was fine. He was fine. Nothing. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything really to. He didn't have to worry too much. Had 6 clearances, 1 block shot, 6 recoveries. Yeah, didn't really help Jack Grealish that much, but pretty solid game from Michalenko today, so I'll give him a 7. Tarky, again, unlucky not to have it. That would have been a great goal, wouldn't it? 2 interceptions, 5 clearances, 2 recoveries, won 5 out of 5 aerial duels. Dead consistent game, no big mistakes, just doing what he needed to do. And just very, very unlucky not to score today. Unfortunately, would have. I think he was the player offside as well, but in the build-up, one of our many offside goals. So Tarky, I give a 7. Michael Keane, obviously goal scorer. Did come off his shoulder though, which is why they claimed it was handball. A weird loop, it seemed to take ages. It looked like it was going over from where I was sitting, but it just dropped into the back of the net. Only won 1 out of 4 ground duels, but only won 2 out of 5 aerial duels. So defensively in that way, wasn't his best game. But obviously he scored. He was trying those crossfield balls all day as well. 94% pass accuracy. Loving the crossfield ball. 1 out of 2 accurate. I thought actually he got to the edge of the box on one occasion as well, and I thought he was going to have a crack, and he didn't. He popped it wide. I thought he was really going to bang one in, but he was unlucky. He was unlucky not to maybe score before that. But I think, listen, Tarky and Michael Keane weren't really tested today. That's one of the things I'll say. So Michael Keane, I would give a 7.54. But him and Michael Keane and Tarky weren't massively tested. They did everything they needed to do today. But they weren't massively tested either, so let's not go overboard about their performances, but very solid performances from both of them. Into midfield, Tiernan Mabuna would obviously come in for the game. Showed good energy at times. Again, just at times maybe showing what he lacks, and he needs to just start flushing that maybe part of his game out. But did well. Got loads of energy, 26 touches, lost possession 5 times. Defensively, 2 out of 2 tackles, no interceptions, won 3 out of 7 ground duels, won 2 out of 4 aerial duels, so pretty much 50-50 from that kind of point of view. 88% pass accuracy. Started to look a little bit tired as the game went on. Started to look like he did come off, and again those fitness levels. Has he got those fitness levels compared to other players? It is interesting that he came into the team as well, with obviously Maitland Rowe being a player that maybe in the last couple of weeks we were thinking would come into the team, or even Carlos Alcaraz maybe come into the team. So again, the manager subverted things and put Tiernan Mabuna in there. And he has started what he started now, something like 3 games, is it, in the Premier League? So again, the manager switched it round again. Can't really sort of put my finger on what the manager's wanting to do at times, if I'm honest. But yeah, Tim was fine. I think he just started to tire in the second half, and that's what led him to start making maybe poor choices. Came off in the 67th minute for Maitland Rowe. Some of our players at times do look maybe not as fit as other players, but then again, if you're not playing all the time, it's tough. So Tiernan Mabuna, 6.8 I'd give him for today. Adesina Gay, obviously got us the goal. Really important goal just before half-time. Calmed everyone down. We did deserve to be winning. We'd obviously had a couple of goals disallowed. I thought he played really well today, Aziz Gay. I thought he was really good on the ball and he was really snappy out of possessions. Won 2 out of 4 ground duels, won 1 out of 1 aerial duels, tackles won 1 out of 1. But I thought on the ball he was really, really calm. 61 touches of the ball, 83% pass accuracy. But I thought he was really calm. And there was a nice one in the second half where he was on the ball, done a little pirouette, got the ball down the wing. He's just so calm on the ball, and I think that showed today. I do think maybe the makeup of the midfield again wasn't. I think we could really do with a number 6 just to sit in there, because he isn't a number 6. But he did exactly what we needed him to do today. Scored the goal, and that is huge. That was huge for the game. It was huge for us just to calm everything down. So Aziz Gay, I would give a 7.8 for today. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, possibly his best performance in an Everton shirt today. I don't know whether it was the change in midfield helping him out, but he was really on it today. I thought in the last couple of games, the games have passed him by, whereas today I thought he was really on it, really snappy in the tackle, really good pressing, driving us forward. Unlucky not to have a goal. I thought Barry is probably interfering with play, and obviously that's why it's been disallowed. He just throws a leg at it, so it was really unfortunate. But I think it was probably his best game today, because I think it was like he had to step up. And against the Fulham team like that, I think he had to step up, and he did step up. 87% pass accuracy. Defensive-wise, 9 out of 13 ground duels, 4 out of 6 tackles won, 1 out of 1 aerial duels. Big numbers, them. 75 touches of the ball as well, so getting on the ball. 87% pass accuracy. He had one where I tell you what, there was one in the second half, South Stand, with lovely little move, and he creates a lovely little bit of space for him, and then he bends it high and wide. Just like that'd have been a lovely goal. That. So Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, I'd give an 8 for today. I did think it was his best performance so far in Everton. It really did. I think he's after a couple of less than stellar performances, as I said, where the game's passed him by. And what's important about that is, in a game when it's like, as I just said there, you have to grab those games by the scruff of the neck. Games like that. When you're playing an opposition like Fulham. Fulham were there for the beating, but doesn't mean we're going to beat them, because we haven't always done that. So they're there for the beating, and you need someone in midfield just grab hold of the game. And I thought he really grabbed hold of the game today, so fair play. I haven't been impressed with him in the last couple of games, but really, really fair play to him. So an 8 for him today. Iliman Ndiaye had his moments, but I thought all in all, him and sort of Jack Grealish were a bit quieter today than what they normally are. We weren't using them as much as we normally do in terms of like the final product. They were helping link the play rather than being the part of the end product. He had moments, but again, it wasn't like we needed him to be the absolute standout player for us. One shot for him in the entire game. 90% pass accuracy from 42 passes. 59 touches the ball. Only one dribble. One successful dribble. Of course it was. Won 3 out of 2 tackles. Won 5 out of 10 ground duels. So obviously always busy. So solid game from him without being like, I don't know what it was today. I don't know. We changed maybe because of Dewsbury-Hall was on the ball more. We just didn't need him and Jack Grealish to be the chief creators. Obviously, you'd like them to be, but they just weren't. We won the game without them needing to be having a massive effect on it. So Ilham and Jai give a 7.3 for today. Jack Grealish on the other side. Key passes 3. 100% accurate passes, 23 out of 23. Which is Jack Grealish all over. 1 shot saved. 37 touches, which is probably quite low for him, that. Unsuccessful touches, 2. No tackles. You wouldn't expect Jack Grealish for going in for tackles. 3 out of 7 ground duels won. So, again, I'm not saying you want more from Jack, but it wasn't, we didn't go, him and Njai weren't the centre of our world today, which was good to see, actually. That we had other players, that we were using the ball better, that we were coming into the middle. That's probably to do with James Garner getting on the ball more and Dewsbury Hall getting on the ball more. And that's what you want to see from this team. You want to see more ways of scoring, more ways of breaking teams down. It's important that Jack Grealish and Njai aren't just the players that everything goes through all the time. Of course, you want them to be, to assist and to get on the end of things, but it wasn't massively important that today. So Jack, I'd give Jack 7.2 for today. As I said, it wasn't they weren't massively being relied on. Barry up front, was really happy to see Barry start. And to be fair, I think the reaction he got from the crowd showed exactly why, because he deserved that today. He really did put a shift in. All right, the end product maybe wasn't there for him today. Maybe the numbers won't look amazing for him on, on all the stats. But he put a shift in today. 53% accurate passes, 10 out from 19. Total shots, 2. They've got him down as having 1 big chance missed. Offside a couple of times. No shots on target. That needs to improve. But I think it was his link-up play today. I thought his link-up play was really good. And there was moments, especially the one in the second half, where he started getting a little bit cocky and then fell over and nearly pulled his shoulder out. Dribbles, 2 out of 2. Both successful. As I said, his numbers mightn't look incredible today, but I think the hard work that he showed, there was moments where he switched off. There's moments when he maybe just mind drifts. But I think he showed today just those little touches and the hard work that everyone's asking from him. And I think that's why he got this. That's what I've been talking about in the last few weeks. I've said about just go down there and have a good game. Just run your socks off and show everyone what you're all about. Show everyone that there's a player in there. And I think he did that today. What people won't tolerate is people who don't work hard. And I think today, everyone saw the basics of the player in there. Works hard, got a trick, understands the game, and it's just that final thing now, putting the ball in the back of the net. And hopefully that'll come, because it'll come from the hard work that we've seen from him today. So it's a really good starting point. Hopefully he understands now what is required from him as a player. It's took a little bit of time. He looked a little bit annoyed when he came off, that he didn't want to go off. But I think he was starting to tire. I probably would have liked to have seen him on a little bit longer. But he was starting to tire a little bit. He just has to keep doing that. And I think the goals will come because we will make chances for him. And the more that chemistry starts to come in, and I think James Garner playing right back really helps him as well. Listen, it's early days, but that's what you want to see. You want to see him just working hard, getting in the right areas, and more will come from him. And I think no one can fault the hard work today. No one can fault the endeavour at all. So Barry, I would give a 7.4 for today's performance. Most that's just down to hard work and just that little bit of link-up play. So hopefully the other parts will come. The subs, Mail and Roll, yeah, came on, did all right. 90% pass accuracy, done his job. It's just been a little bit surprising that in the last few weeks, that in the last couple of games, don't know. I thought he was on the verge of playing, but maybe he hasn't been doing it. Won 3 out of 7 ground duels, won 1 out of 2 tackles. I think you get what you see. What you're going to get. What you're going to get from him. He comes on. He knows what he's doing. He's adapted to the pace of the Premier League really, really well. And I think the manager can rely on him. So that's really important. So Mail and Roll, I give a 6.7. Beto, come on. I think he won. Did he win as a corner? Did he win the corner that led to the goal? Yeah, Beto, come on and done what you want from your striker sub, which is to just keep pushing, keep working a tired defence, keep working them. And that's what he's done. 7 touches, one unsuccessful touch. Accurate passes, 75%. He's just come on and worked hard, and that's exactly what you want, to keep pushing and help us get the second goal from that. So Beto, I'll give a 6.5. Jake O'Brien coming on, being the Davy Weir sub, if you're old enough to know what that is. Just come on, 2-0 up. Manager wants to see out the game. Bringing him on for the last 10 minutes or so. Kieran Dewsbury Hall had run his socks off, allows him to come off, Garner to go into midfield, and was just done his job. Didn't really do anything, to be honest. Just come on. Didn't have to do anything from a defensive point of view, because Fulham by that point were done, I think. So he's come on, done his job, helped secure the back line, get us over the line, and that's it, really. So Jake O'Brien, a 6.5, because I'm being very generous, because we won the game. Yes, he was Barry was. There was an announcement for him to be subbed, and then the manager looked like he changed his mind, and then has brought him off a little bit later. But very strange game with all the goals that were disallowed. Nearly trying to disallow the second goal. Fulham playing the old, oh, that wasn't a goal, it'll get disallowed in a minute. But it wasn't. But it was a nice game. It was a nice game to go the match today. Weather was fantastic outside at the beginning. The atmosphere was good. Fans were up for it. People were just kind of keep that noise going all during the game. It never really went quiet. It was just a nice game of football today. Doesn't always happen. Don't always get Fulham coming to town, do you? But it was just a nice game of football, and luckily we were on it today. And that's all you can ask, isn't it? We're up to 15 points. It's not a terrible tally at all. It's probably about where we should be for a team who are going to be mid-table, hopefully. If we keep this going for the rest of the season, then we'll be, or we can improve on it, which we should, because we should hopefully have more players scoring goals, because as more people... The team's evolving, and hopefully that's the first part of it. James Garner going to right back. That's the first part of the team evolving. We'll see what happens in midfield, whether the manager looks at bringing Carlos Alcaraz into the team. Again, Carlos Alcaraz didn't get on, which is weird again. But we'll see what happens. But I'm just delighted for the 3 points. We're up to 15 points now. That's the most important thing. And we have a break now. Couple of weekends without a game. So before we get back into it on that Monday night against Manchester United. So, yeah. Good day all round. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Just as I said before, get like 10 of them a season and we'll all be happy, won't we? We'll all be happy. And it's nice at what, two more home wins, and we've matched what we had at Goodison last season. I think everybody's dead happy. I think everybody's comfortable at this in the ground now. So, from that point of view, get a couple of more wins at home, and we've already matched it, as I said. So, there you go. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my South Stand reaction, and also the match day vlog is out as well for you to watch. Go and check out Baz's videos. Thanks for watching. See you on Monday. See you later.